Welcome back to Twin Cities Live. So I know a lot of kids and parents who are very happy to have this school year come to an end. I don't want to upload another assignment on Seesaw. I'm just saying it right now. But answer this. Do you know if your child is struggling in math or reading? You might not, because maybe you never got a chance. Oh my gosh, I never met Bernie's teacher in person.
How about that?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Okay, you're having a light bulb moment. Or since many of you were basically homeschooling, you probably saw struggles up close and personal. Either way, though, this summer is a great time to get your kids caught up. Here with one way that you can help, we welcome education expert from LearningRx. Our buddy Rich Frieder is back with us on the show. Rich, it's nice to have you back.
Rich, it's great to be here. This.
Boy, this is bad, man. This is you got the COVID slide. I'm sorry to get dark.
Welcome back. Nice to see you. Things are so bad.
Things are bad, and you need to help us.
It's been a rough year.
Yeah.
The COVID-19 slide, and there were so many. We're looking back on the school year. So many iterations of school that our kids had. They were in person, part-time, at home, full-time, then higher. It was a whole thing.
Tons of disruption.
And then the normal summer slide is a problem as well. You guys must be gearing up for a busy summer season.
We're extremely busy right now, actually. And it's been such a hard year for so many students because of all the disruptions. Kids who are already struggling academically, it was even harder this last year to be able to try to learn via Zoom and all these different distance learning approaches. And so it's been a really tough year.
Do you think that some parents maybe did get a look, though, and like a little bit of an experience that they wouldn't have gotten?
Yeah, I've talked to so many parents that said, I've always heard my child struggled, but now I've seen it the last year trying to help them and all the frustration, motivation issues they've seen. And we're in a great position to help right now because we're able to really get to the root cause of what's going on.
So reading is such an important skill. I mean, would you rank reading as when it comes to mastering an educational skill, reading has to be at the top of the list?
It's the foundation for everything. I mean, obviously it's critical when you start, but then obviously history and everything. Even math takes reading.
You're totally right. But your program isn't about just going, here are the letters, here's the alphabet, let's learn to read. It's deeper than that.
Yeah, so how we're different is we're not a tutoring center, right? So the usual approach if there's an academic struggle like reading is let's do more reading, right? Either in school or at home or with tutoring. Well, what's happening is you're just trying to, you're never getting at, well, why does a child struggle with reading in the first place?
To me, it reminds me of just like you got a skin thing and you're just putting a balm on a balm and a balm, but you're still like eating the thing that causes you to break out.
Yeah, it's a Band-Aid basically. So we're identifying the root cause of the reading struggle, which is usually a memory issue, auditory processing issue, and unlocking reading so that that the obstacle is gone versus trying to just read more and you're just you're doing more of the same. You don't see these big jumps in ability.
I think one thing that a lot of parents or grandparents who are helping with their kids distance learning saw up close and personal for the first time in many cases was perhaps a lack of attention and a lack of focus as you saw your kids getting up and out of the chair and then sitting back down and really having difficulty. And I get it, it was tough. But still, attention, the ability to focus on something, again, is so key to how you learn anything. How do you guys help with that?
So again, we get to the root issue. This is actually one of the reasons, as I've shared, we opened the center is because my youngest daughter, Katie, was diagnosed with ADHD at a young age, and this really helped her overcome that. But we're getting to the root issue because often it's a processing speed weakness, where if it takes you so much energy to like listen to that lecture, read that textbook, you can't sustain your focus. Or if there's any distraction, you're gone. You're gone. Right, because it's so much mental energy. And so we're addressing the root cause of the attention issue and really helping kids, even adults who struggle with attention, improve that skill.
We've shared so many stories of people who have had success with you, and it never gets old to me. So Ashley is one. This story, you say, tons of people saw Ashley and then said, oh my gosh, I've got to call. Remind us of Ashley's.
Yeah, so Ashley, this ran in February, and you're right, we received so many phone calls because high schoolers have had such big issues this last year.
And they were home the most.
They were home the most. So Ashley struggled with organizational issues, attention issues, motivation issues. There was a lot of conflict in the home. And so she actually trained with us through the pandemic and has totally turned her academics around to where her parents are really concerned about college. And now her future is so bright. It looks so, there's just so many options for her now.
I think the point that you just made, though, about conflict in the home, I mean, that's their last few years with their daughter. And if you're just like this the entire time, the impact that has on your family structure is unbelievable.
It's very frustrating. And parents don't know, like, should I be on my child or should I? it's a tough spot to be in.
Yeah.
And for Ashley, the root cause of that was working memory was lower and processing speed. So she struggled to keep up. She was very forgetful. She was trying.
And those arguments would have continued in the home
Exactly.
because they wouldn't have ever been addressing the problem while
Right.
thinking they were and exerting all of that energy.
Yeah, so the typical approach would have been, let's go get tutoring on here's some strategies to improve it without ever addressing the root cause, which is what we
Right.
do.
Right.
And then guess what? She likely would continue to struggle.
In college, and then you're paying for it, which
Right.
is a real
Yeah,
stress.
that's a big issue.
Okay, so we want people to go get an assessment at LearningRx if you feel like there's any issue. That's very important to do. But in addition to that, what are some things that you can do with your kids to have fun this summer and to just, even if your kid isn't struggling, but just to kind of keep you on tip-top
well,
shape?
keep your brain active. So one is get your child off the video games, or at least too much video games, because that trains attention the wrong way. The other would be read with your child, read to your child, get to the library, check out some books. Other things would be play outside, right? That's so good for your brain to be physically active outside, and it's just a great time of year to do that.
Well, and that's got to be good too, for both kids and parents or grandparents to hear, because if they hear about the idea of really sharpening your skills during the summer, that can feel like, oh man, isn't summer the time of freedom? But look at what you just said: get outside, play outside, do interactive things outside, enjoy your summer.
Yeah, great
but
time
make
to do
it something that actually sets you up for really great success and less stress in the fall.
Yeah, and if there's any concerns about where your child's at, call us to schedule the assessment, because half the battle is identifying the root cause of what's actually happening. And so many families don't even know where their kids are at because of the lack of interaction or even standardized testing this year.
Yeah, I just want
So
Rich
don't
to be
wait.
proud of me real quick. Okay. I declared this the summer of reading in the Patterson household.
There you
and I just
go.
thought that
I'd give you a big hug if I could.
yeah, we will during the commercial break. That'll be
Rich,
great.
thank you so much.
Thanks,
It's
Rich.
really nice to see you. I
Good
think
to
this
see you
is so
guys.
empowering for people who are struggling. So LearningRx is offering TCL viewers a deal. To learn more about the program or to schedule an assessment, call 952-949-6900. Mention Twin Cities Live, and you can get that initial assessment for $75. I mean, that's less than a dinner out for the family.
That's it. Yeah, really doable. All right.